Now, school vacations, a change in plans. We're taking a look at the changing landscape of school calendars in Rhode Island.
This week marks April break for most school districts. Time for students to relax, recharge, and sometimes travel. But some school districts have considered moving this week, and more than a third of the districts have shortened their February breaks.
So we went to two local districts, one that's already implemented some of these changes, another that's putting one into effect next year to take the pulse of parents and teachers. In Warwick, the school committee voted last year to shorten February break from a full week to a long weekend. Starting in 2018, students will have Monday and Tuesday off for President's Day and a voluntary staff development day. The school district surveyed more than 3,000 parents and school employees before that decision. The majority of parents were in favor of the change, but the same does not go for the school employees who were surveyed. The Warwick Teachers Union argues vacation changes should happen statewide, since many teachers don't live in the same community where they work.
Many teachers live in other districts, and those districts still have a full week of February vacation, so the teachers will have to go to work, to school, and their kids will be home alone.
We checked the 2016-2017 Rhode Island Department of Education school calendar and found 12 districts had shortened February vacations. The Bristol Warren School District shortened its February break 2 years ago. And next year, their April vacation will change from the week after Easter to the last week of March. Superintendent Mario Andrade says even though the changes are recent, they've been a long time coming. A conversation, he says, that goes back to 2010.
Why are we having a February and April vacation? Should we be looking at a March? So there was a number of years with that conversation going forward. We thought it was too much to change a February and April all in one shot.
I didn't really think it was that bad of a decision.
Parents we spoke with say the change to February break went smoothly.
I kind of like it because it covers for some snow days in case we get them over the winter and we get out a little bit earlier.
I think it's good that they have a little bit more time in school, especially if they are taking time to prepare for the testing.
Some Bristol Warren parents think changing April break is a good idea too. This year in Warwick, the school committee discussed moving its April break, but ultimately decided not to do so. Now, we asked the Rhode Island Department of Education for their thoughts on the Warwick Teachers Union's argument that changing school vacation should be a statewide decision. RIDE would only say they believe the decision should be left to the districts. Now, school vacations, a change in plans. At 5, we told you about the increasing number of school districts that have shortened February break.
There are concerns that this reduction could add up to an increase in absenteeism. The argument being some parents would still take their children out of school for the whole week.
And new at 6, we're talking to a superintendent who made the change to February break and finding out whether it impacted attendance in his district. Students in the Warwick School District will see their February break shortened next year from a full week to a long weekend. The teachers union is against the change. One of their arguments is a possible uptick in absenteeism.
I do know that some parents, if you don't give the week off, will take the week anyway.
The Bristol Warren District has had a shortened February break for 2 years now. And the superintendent admits in the first year there was a 5% increase in absenteeism.
That was due to previously planned vacations with families and students going on vacation. But for the most part, the families were very respectful and communicated with the district that they had vacations. So we worked with individual families and teachers to make accommodations to the teaching and learning to make sure there was no loss of instruction that first year.
But he says by the second year, things evened out. Absenteeism is just one of the many ripple effects school districts across the state are considering as they weigh whether or not to change vacations. We surveyed local superintendents to get an idea of how many districts have or are planning to change their calendars. As we told you at 5, 12 school districts already have shortened their February break. Of those, Bristol Warren is the only district to have changed its April break. In the Charahoe School District, a subcommittee is studying changes to the vacation schedule. Middletown plans to survey families and staff about the idea in the 2018-2019 school year, while Pawtucket tells us they are also considering doing a survey. Now, several school districts considered changing vacations, but decided against it, like East Greenwich, Cranston, and South Kingstown. To see where your school district stands, just go to our website, WPRI.com.